guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my first update for my whole collection project pan for this year. I have 10 products that I'm currently working on in this project, which are all randomized for my collection, and from there I choose a goal on them, either to use them up, hit pan, or use them a specific amount of times. And like I said, I am working on 10 items, so I'm going to go through them all. But before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just jump into the video. So, first up, we're gonna go through the eyeshadows that are in this project, and we have 3 eyeshadows, and all 3 of them I have a goal of using them 15 times. So the first one that I have is a peach eyeshadow from NYX. It originally came from the NYX In Your Element Air palette, but I have deputted it and repressed it into a single pan. And again, my goal with all of these is to use it 15 times. And in the past month I have used this 6 times, and this is what it looks like. Not a massive dip or anything, but a little bit of use. There was hard pan on this to start with, but I can definitely see that that's now gone, and it's really like much softer to use, which is quite nice. And this has been perfect to pair with Bloom, which is in my Pandas eyeshadow. So I'm wearing those 2 loads together, and I definitely think I'll be able to hit my goal on this by next month, because I only have 9 uses to go. And I think since I'm focusing on Bloom as well in the next month, this will be a really good companion. And yeah, I'm going to try to really hit my goal on this in the next month. The next eyeshadow that I have is one that comes from the Natasha Denona Gold palette, but I have deputted it because they are magnetic, those shades. And the shadow is Dijon, which is this beautiful kind of mustardy yellowy brown, as the name would suggest. And my goal is again to use it 15 times, and so far I've used it 3 times, and I don't really feel you can see much of a difference. This one is quite a hardly pressed eyeshadow. I can see a little bit like a brush mark in there, but honestly it's not very significant at all. But this one is definitely one that I'm not using too much, because I have a lot of matte in my Panna palette, and this one, like, to be fair, all 3 of the shades that I rolled in here are matte, which is a bit unfortunate, and that's why I haven't used them too much. But 3 uses on this, so I'm going to continue using this, and maybe I can roll it up by next month, but I'm not counting on it. I think this one is going to be in this project for another 2 months, because the eyeshadows that I have in this project are not my focus. They're probably least priority out of all my products. I would say the highest priority is probably my Panna palette, then it's my product Level Up, then my Panna's eyeshadows, and then lastly this project. And then obviously if I have eyeshadows of other projects, they kind of fall in the same category as this project right here, because I do want to focus on the other ones because they are purely eyeshadow based, and this one I have several products, so if I don't roll out my eyeshadow straight away, I have other products that I can hopefully roll out. So yeah, this one I've used 3 times, but I'm hopefully going to be able to roll this out at least in the next 2 months. The final eyeshadow comes from the Colourpop Going Coconuts palette, but again I put it into my singles collection because they are magnetic. And this is another matte shade, like I said, and this is in the shade Shell Yeah. And I have also used this one 3 times in the past month, and maybe you can see a little bit of a dip. Yeah, I think you can see a little bit there, but it's not much at all. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit pan on this at all in the 15 uses, and that's a hard part about rolling in mattes, and especially like hard pressed formulas like this one and the Natasha Denona shades. They're both really difficult shades to hit pan on. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to hit pan on either of these, but we'll see how it goes. But I have 3 uses on this, and again, I'm not using it too often because it does interfere with my Panna palette, and I am focusing on those browns more than these ones. But these are still different tones, so I do use them when I feel like having these tones, but on an everyday basis I reach for my Panna palette more than these shapes. So no eyeshadows rolling out of this project, which I'm completely fine with, and I didn't really expect to have that in the first month anyway, because like I said, I am focusing on other things. But let's move on to the next kind of category in this project, which is blushes, and I have 2 blushes to talk about, which are these 2 right here. Both of these I want to use 30 times, and the first one that I have is my Natasha Denona Bloom blush, or mini Bloom blush. And this one it was relatively new to me when I first rolled into this project, and again I want to use it 30 times, and this is what it looks like when I first rolled it in, and this is what it looks like now. I don't think you're gonna see much of a difference in the blushes because they are always something that takes quite a while, and both of these are quite hard pressed. But this one I have used 14 times so far, so I'm almost halfway, and I'm hoping to be able to roll this out by next update if I just focus on it. But I am working on quite a few blushes, and all of them are quite similar. These 2 are quite similar too. They're both blushes that are kind of glowy with like a golden sheen to them, but this one is a bit more peachy, as you can see. Like, it has like a peachy kind of corally orangey base. And then the other one that I have is my Orgasm blush by NARS, and this one has more of a pinky base, as you might be able to see, but it still has that kind of gold sheen running through it. And then the other 2 blushes I have are also similar to that. But with Orgasm, I have used this 11 times, so I'm getting there, but I still have 19 more uses to go. So I don't know if this is one that I will be able to roll out next month. I'm going to probably focus on Bloom first, and then once I have this one done, I will go to this one, and you see how it goes. But if I can roll this out next update too, that would be amazing. Otherwise, I'm content having this in for another 2 months. The next cheek product that I have is a highlighter, and this one comes from Laura Mercier, and it's the baked, what is it called, Matte Radiant Baked Powder in the shade Highlight 01. This one I actually want to also use 30 times, and I so far have used it 12 times. And again, I don't think you could be able to see much of a difference. I'm definitely lowering like the dome in here because I've had it in quite a few products. I think I actually had it, was it this project or the Deco Padding Project pan that I had it in last year? But I had this in a project, so I've used it quite a few times now. But I have a goal of 30 on this because I have another highlighter that I want to focus on in my year-long rolling project pan. And I'm also currently wearing eyeshadow from my palette as a highlighter. It's also what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. So this one has just not been a massive focus, but I think that I should be able to roll this out next month. Fingers crossed. But I also know that I'm gonna have less than a month till the next update because I'm trying to get the update closer to the 5th because that's where most people are uploading their updates this year. So I kind of want to sync up with them. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll be able to roll this out next month, maybe I won't. I still have 18 more uses to go. One product that I definitely think I'll be able to roll out by next month is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have a goal of using this 50 times, and so far I have used this 25. So I'm halfway there, and this is what it looked like when I first introduced it, and this is what it looks like now. I can definitely see a difference in this in real life. I don't know how much you can pick it up on camera, but it has definitely flattened out the imprint and everything, and I've gotten quite a lot of use out of this. It's a beautiful bronzer to use because it's very buildable and not too deep for me at this point in time, like in winter. So I really enjoy this, and I want to use it another 25 times, which I think I can easily do. I wear this every time I wear bronzer. Like today I'm not wearing bronzer because I wanted to go for more like a blushy look for my Valentine's look. So I'm not wearing bronzer today, but on an everyday basis I almost always wear bronzer, and this is the one I go for. So even though I'm going to have a shorter month before the next update, I still think that I will be able to roll this out with another 25 uses. So fingers crossed, but I'm happy with the progress that I've gotten in this so far. We have 3 more products to go. The first one is a concealer from e.l.f. and this is one of their hydrating camo concealers in the shade Fair Warm Shard, I think it is. This one I really like. I like this concealer a lot. I was actually wearing this like every day anyway before rolling it into this project, so I'm really happy that I rolled it in. And my goal with this is to actually finish up completely. It is currently the only product that I have in this project that I want to completely finish up. But as you can see, I have massive windows showing in this product. I've actually used it 36 times in the past month, so a lot, and I don't have too much left in here. There's still a lot coming up on the wand though, but yeah, I don't know if you can see into it, but there's not much left, and I don't even think I will have to take out the stopper out of this because most of it I can reach anyway. But this one will definitely be done by next month, no question about it. So yeah, it's just a matter of how long it will take, but it will definitely be done by next month. And at that point I don't think I will have any concealers that actually match me at the moment, so I will have to buy something to replace this, and I might actually repurchase this again because I really like this concealer because it's quite like, it's not super high coverage, but it's like definitely medium if not a bit higher coverage, but it's not drying at all underneath the eyes, which I really like because I can get really dry eyes, especially in winter. So I like this a lot, and I might repurchase it again in future, but I think this will definitely be done in the next month. The next product that I have is my Becky under eye, what is it called, the anti-fatigue under eye primer, which I got in a kit together with the under eye corrector as well as the under eye setting powder. And my goal with this was to hit pan on this product, and this is what it looked like at introduction. I've only used it a handful of times, not much at all, but in the past month I've used it 24 times, and this is what it looks like now. And hopefully you can see that I was able to hit pan on this. I can actually see the light through it looking at the ring light, but you can definitely see it on camera as well. So I did hit pan on this. I hit pan on it after like 23 uses, but then I used to use it one more time today to clear out that pan because I really wanted to make it sure that it could be seen on camera. But this one will be rolling up because I did hit my goal on it, and I'm really excited. I did not know how quickly this will go. I had no idea it would happen in a month, but I'm happy that I did. And like I said, I used it 24 times. That was most days, and I'm happy about that because it's not something that I would reach for otherwise. So hopefully I can continue having this in my routine, but it will be rolling out of this project. The last product that I have in this project is my Chanel powder, and this is one of their powder universal compact. in the shade Translucent 3. So this one is a bit too deep for me at the moment. This is what it looked like in the introduction, but despite that I wanted to roll it in to use it 50 times because it's a really nice powder right now to use to blend out my bronzer. And like today, for example, where I'm not wearing bronzer, this is beautiful to kind of set those areas on my face just to give it a little bit more dimension. And my goal, like I said, was to use it 50 times, and so far I've used it 26. So I'm definitely like halfway there, and I think again this is the one that I will be able to roll out by next month, because it is something that I basically wear every single day now. And I really like that. It's a perfect powder for me in summer, but I'm glad that I found a use for it in winter as well. And this is actually a gift from my boyfriend for Christmas, and obviously like he doesn't really know my shade, so he has picked this one up, but it works, like I said, perfectly for me in summer, but it's just not an all year round powder for me normally. But I'm happy that I was able to find a use for it even in winter, because it means that I can get more use out of this, because it is a really nice formula and a really nice powder. So that is also the final product that I have, but before we wrap up this video I want to roll in a new item just to replace my Becca under eye primer, and then yeah, we will wrap up this video. So we're gonna go ahead and randomize our item, and I don't want to have more than 3 of the same kind of product in this project, so I'm gonna go and exclude my eyeshadows and start from what my first product after that is, which is eyeliners, and then go to the bottom. So I'm gonna randomize between 849 and 950. So let's go ahead and pick one number, which is gonna be 852. And 852 might just be an eyeliner, so let me check what that is. It is an eyeliner. It is my NYX, oh god, it's actually something that I'm panning at the moment. It's my NYX Wonder Pencil in Light, which I have in my rolling project pans. I'm gonna have to go and re-roll because I don't want to double dip. So let's go ahead and pick another number and see what I get, which is gonna be 898. So 898 corresponds to another blush, which wasn't really what I wanted to pull in. It was actually the one thing that I really did not want to pull in because I'm panning so many blushes, but I'm okay. This is actually a blush that I was thinking about wearing in today's look, but I decided to go with something I'm already panning. But this one is my Dior Rosy Glow blush, and I looked at this and it looks way paler than it used to. It's usually quite a bright pink shade, so I'm wondering if this is going off, because it's just like a very light powder now, but I'm just gonna see how it reacts on my skin. I really love this, but it might be time to repurchase this because it's actually really old. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking what kind of goal I can put in with this. I was thinking about 30 again, because that's usually what I do with blushes, but I'm panning so many blushes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a user goal on 20 on this, and mainly adding a goal of seeing if this is still good or if it's time to declutter. If I realize I need to declutter it after 10 uses, I'm going to do that. But yeah, I just want to see how it goes, because again, this has definitely changed color. It used to be way deeper than this, and I really love this, but since it is that kind of pH level blush, it might come up like how it normally does on my skin. So we'll see how it goes, but that is the product I'm gonna roll in, and with that I'm gonna wrap up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.